It begins with a phone call, the kind that dispatchers dread. The voice on the line is a wire pulled taut, trembling with a controlled panic that is far more terrifying than outright screaming. He's reaching a 911 operator to report a man on his property, a man with a knife, who is in the active, relentless process of hunting his manager. The operator, calm and professional, tries to get information, but the situation is not post-incident. It's happening in real time, every second ticking by with lethal potential. The caller's words paint a picture of sheer horror. The man isn't just threatening, he's kicking my manager's doorway. He's trying to get in with a knife. He's trying to cut my manager. This is not a disturbance call. This is not a wellness check. It's a desperate race to stop a murder before it happens. The suspect, a man named Marco, is inside the house, armed with a butcher knife, and for 20 agonizing minutes, he has been relentlessly trying to break down the manager's bedroom door. For the man on the other side of that door, trapped and alone, every thunderous kick is a countdown to his own death. The sound of the wood splintering, the lock rattling, the inevitable failure of the only thing keeping him alive. Officers arrive on a bright, sunny residential street, a jarring, almost sickening contrast to the horror unfolding just feet away. They meet witnesses, their faces etched with fear, and begin to piece together the battlefield. "Hi, where's Marco?" The answer comes back. "He's upstairs." Does he still have the knife? The witness stammers, but the key intel is gathered. The suspect is upstairs, and the weapon is still in play. Another officer, trying to get a clearer picture, confirms that only the manager is in there with the suspect. And then the critical question is asked, the one that will define the entire engagement. Is your manager able to come outside? The answer is a short, terrifying, and absolute sentence. No, because he is standing in front of the door with a knife. The victim is not just trapped, he is a prisoner, and the suspect is his jailer, guarding the only exit. The officer's mission is now crystal clear. They know they can't wait. This is not a siege to be negotiated from a safe distance. It's an active, in-progress rescue. They begin to move with purpose, their voices hardening, clearing the other residents, isolating the threat. From the bottom of a dark, narrow staircase, a fatal funnel, the lead officer makes the first call. "Marco, it's the Los Angeles Police Department. Come downstairs with your hands up." The only reply is a heavy, defiant silence that seems to suck the air out of the building. Marco is not giving up. He is still on task. As the officers prepare to move, a witness gives them the final, devastating trigger. He's going to kick the door in. That's it. The door is about to fail. The officer makes the decision, his voice grim. "So if he's kicking the door in, so we need to make entry." The team forms up. The sound of a beanbag round being chambered, the click of a taser armed, the subtle shift of body armor as the team stacks. With lethal options at the ready, the lead officer draws his pistol and takes the first step up that dark staircase, moving toward a blind corner, toward a closed-off battleground, and toward a violent, armed man waiting in the shadows. The ascent begins. This is the moment where the training silences the fear. The lead officer, his pistol held in a two-handed grip, breaks the plane of the first floor. Every stair tread groans under the weight of their tactical gear. His partner is tight behind him, a number 2 man carrying the less lethal beanbag shotgun, a heavy, imposing weapon that they desperately hope will be enough. This is the climb. Every step is a calculated risk. They are moving up a fatal funnel, a coffin-shaped corridor of death, where a suspect could be waiting on the landing, ready to ambush. The air is thick, and in the officer's ears, his own breathing is a deafening roar, a stark contrast to the unnatural silence of the house. Marco knows they are here. The shouting from downstairs has told him that. But where is he? Is he waiting? The lead officer reaches the top. He pies the corner, his weapon leading, his eyes scanning, clearing the landing one sliver at a time. The apartment opens up. The officer's body cam sweeps left. A small, cluttered kitchen. It sweeps right. A living room, furniture in disarray. Both are empty. But the apartment is an L shape. And there, at the junction, is the true battle space. A long, dark, narrow hallway, barely wide enough for one man to pass. It's a bowling alley, and the officers are the pins. And at the very end, silhouetted by the light from a room behind him, a figure. It's him, Marco. He's standing there, not running, not hiding. He's just waiting. The team collapses into the living room, using the corner of the wall as the only cover they have. The commands are not requests. They are explosions of sound. A wall of pure authority meant to shock the suspect into compliance. "Hey, let me see your hands. He has the knife." The confirmation hangs in the air, thick and metallic. "Put it down. Put it down." The officers are a unified chorus of commands. The commands become frantic, desperate. They are no longer trying to de-escalate. They are trying to survive. "Hey, I need you to show me your hands. If you reach for those knives again, we're going to hit you again. I need you to surrender to us." The officers are in a terrible tactical bind. They can't move in to cuff him. They can't see the knives. Any move, he makes a wince from the pain, a twitch. An attempt to sit up could be him going for the weapons. He is a booby trap, and he's spring-loaded. But the officers are professionals. They are running through their toolkit. In the chaos, one officer makes a critical, life-saving decision. This might not be defiance. It might be confusion. He might not understand. "Do you speak English or Spanish?" The question cuts through the noise, and then a different officer's voice takes over. This one speaking in fluent, rapid Spanish. He's not just shouting commands. He's communicating. "Marcos," he pleads, I need you to get away from the knives." He's trying to bridge the gap, to let Marco know that they are trying to help him. But he must get away from the weapons. The Spanish-speaking officer's voice is now the only one that matters. "Marcos, we are trying to figure out what's happening, and you have the knives. Don't grab the knives. It's a plea and a command, all in one. No agarres los cuchillos," he warns him, his voice full of urgency. "I need you to move backwards slowly without grabbing the knives. If not, you will be struck again, and it will hurt. Do you understand me, Marcos?" He's trying to coach him, to get him to crawl, to move, to do anything that separates him from the weapons. "I need you to crawl." The other officer echoes in English. "Yeah, crawl away from the knives. Leave the knives behind you." But Marco doesn't move. He is in pain. He is trapped. He is cornered. And he is still lying on a butcher knife, just feet from the door he spent 30 minutes trying to destroy. The officers have run out of tools. The next move will be the last. We are at the flashpoint. The air is electric with menace. Marco is on the ground, but he is not defeated. He is a wounded, cornered animal, and he is lying on the very weapons that started this entire nightmare. The officers are trapped in a tactical hell. They can't move forward to cuff him. He's lying on a butcher knife. They can't retreat because his intended victim is still locked in the room just feet behind him, and the commands are a cacophony of desperation, a wall of sound in 2 languages, all begging for one simple act: crawl away from the knives. The Spanish-speaking officer is pleading with him, trying to find a crack in the armor of his rage. I need you to move backwards slowly without grabbing the knives. If not, you will be struck again, and it will hurt. Do you understand me, Marcos? The lead officer echoes him. Hey Marcos, do me a favor and crawl forward away from those knives. Yeah, crawl away. Leave the knives behind you. But Marco doesn't move. He just lies there, a human booby trap, leaving the officers with no good options. There is no more time. There are no more options. The air is ripped apart by a deafening, concussive roar of gunfire. Shots fired! Shots fired! The hallway, already dark, fills with the acrid smoke of burnt gunpowder. The officer's weapon bucks in his hand. The ringing in their ears is all-encompassing. The threat is over. Marco is down. He collapses in the doorway of the manager's room, half in, half out, his final, violent act cut short. The smoke begins to clear. Shield up! Shield up! The officers are still in tactical mode. Is he hit? Yes, he's hit. Stand by, stand by. I can't see his hands. And then, the single most horrifying discovery of the entire incident. From the blackness of the room, just feet from the downed, bleeding suspect, they see him. The victim, the manager. He was in there the entire time. The officer's voice, now shaking with a different kind of adrenaline, calls out, "Okay, hey, are you okay in there?" A terrified voice, small and weak, responds. The officer's training is stunning. The suspect is down, but he's not in custody. He is still a potential threat, and he is lying between them and the man they are there to save. Their first priority, tactical triage. Save the innocent. Just get on the bed for me. Stay out of the way. The officer commands the victim. But in the end, he made his choice. When he grabbed that knife and charged that door, he was not just attacking his victim. He was charging through a line of armed police officers who had no choice but to stop him.